the interagency collaboration. We try to get awareness among the local authorities in terms of responsibility. We would like to create active partnerships with the volunteers, with all kind of private organizations, with the relief organizations. This is police, this is fire brigade, this is civil protection, this is army, etc. What about thinking about an event calendar for your region in order not to have all those mass gatherings accumulated on, for instance, 1 week and being overloaded and overcrowded and over-solicited in terms of medical response facilities? What about the surge capacities of the hospitals in the very neighborhood? Do they have a reception plan for an increasing or an increased number of casualties? What about educational training and exercising? You mentioned it. You have to be prepared. Another way to prepare yourself is to try to implement the lessons learned and the action items from previous editions. You mentioned that well. You mentioned also risk analysis, and of course, who says risk analysis should try to weigh those risks, and you need a risk weighting, of course. Prediction principles for resources needed. I heard here and there some what do we need in terms of medical facilities. Yes. Safety meetings. Safety meetings on the administrative level, where that risk analysis is rediscussed, but then together, not only in a coordination meeting per relief discipline, but with all the relief disciplines together. Police, fire brigade, all those that can be implicated in the relief operations should stick together at least once in a kind of an interdisciplinary safety meeting. Okay. Is there one of the participants in whose country legislation according to mass gathering medicine exists? Can you briefly comment? Briefly.
We have a legal document, April 2004, called the NIMS of Trinidad and Tobago, and one of the sections deals with mass gathering at any of the public sites, especially that we have a carnival that lasts 2 days, 48 hours, where you have more than 200,000 people jumping in the streets.
Carnival. So especially for that carnival, you have been
Yes.
you have been creating, let's say, making legislation. UK?
Yeah, in the UK, you legally have to perform a formal risk analysis and then have that approved by local council, local authorities, which will approve your medical resources.
That's what 50 years ago has been introduced in Belgium as well. An organizer and a municipality, so that's a local administrative authority, has to notify the public and the governmental authorities about any upcoming event, which includes, that notification includes, of course, a risk analysis and also an estimated required relief organization. What else? This is what exists in Belgium here.
That's all. Yes, I think in our country, how to get permission from the government. You may notify, you cannot just notify. You have to get permission to have the gathering, otherwise at times they may tell you not to have.
Which country is that again?
Kenya.
Kenya, yes. Others?
In the U.S., you have to have, there's state and local laws that codify and I believe that they have to get some sort of license to operate, and then there's all sorts of stuff that comes with that.
So actually, most countries are lacking dedicated legislation according to mass gathering medicines. We in Belgium, despite all the mass gatherings that we have to organize, we have only 2 dedicated, it is not legal legislation, it's recommendation according to high-risk football games and motorized sports on the public road. That's all we have. Of course, that so-called football law has been elaborated in the aftermath of the Hazel drama, and for the motorsports, well, that's a very typical, a very specific sports event that may be requiring specific recommendations. That's what we have. In Sweden.
No, no, Iran.
In Iran, yes.
For every place that